SDNY prosecutors broke their promise to share potentially explosive Epstein evidence with New Mexico prosecutors. As a former SDNY Criminal Division Deputy Chief, I can tell you, this is outrageous. Now New Mexico's Attorney General may have the strongest case yet to force DOJ to turn over the Epstein files. In 2019, SDNY made a deal with the New Mexico Attorney General's office. The state shuts down its Epstein investigation and shares its evidence with SDNY. In return, SDNY prosecutors agreed to share any information about state crimes in New Mexico at the end of its case. New Mexico prosecutors kept their word. SDNY prosecutors didn't. New Mexico prosecutors need the FBI's unredacted victim interview notes to identify suspects, witnesses, and corroborating evidence. Rachel Benavidez said Epstein abused her at his New Mexico ranch and that there were co-conspirators she hasn't named who were involved and who knew what was going on. She said she spoke to the FBI and she wants to expose Epstein's enablers. That's exactly the kind of information that should be investigated. At least 10 women and girls say they were groomed at that ranch. And there's more. An anonymous former Epstein Ranch employee emailed a New Mexico radio host that 2 girls were secretly buried at the ranch. Now, it's an unverified tip, but the host says he identified that anonymous source for the FBI. New Mexico prosecutors need that information too. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torrez has given SDNY until July 31st to produce the requested documents. If SDNY refuses, expect Torrez to file a lawsuit. He has a compelling case. State prosecutors stood down because they relied on SDNY's promise to share information. SDNY's failure to do so is damaging to New Mexico's ability to investigate. 7 years have gone by. Witnesses relocate, memories fade, documents get lost or destroyed. New Mexico has a legitimate law enforcement need for SDNY's files under these circumstances. Now, SDNY says their hands are tied by a protective order. No, they're not. Prosecutors can just ask the judge to modify the order, so evidence can be shared with state prosecutors. SDNY should do the right thing. Keep your word. Hand over the files. Don't stand in the way of justice. Epstein's victims deserve better.